Mr. Marcus is a male porn star here in the San Fernando Valley, and he claims that he is the person who started the syphilis outbreak that shut down the porn industry for 10 days.
Well, good for him. He must be so proud.
I'm amazed that he came out and shared this with the public, but he argues that he had gone to the doctor, he tested positive for syphilis, and the doctor said, here, I'm going to give you penicillin, and within 10 days, or after 10 days, you should be fine, you can go perform again, and you won't spread the disease. However, he had sex 11 days after he received the penicillin, and he says that because of the fact that he performed, he spread the disease to a bunch of people.
So, you know, as I look at this case, I think of two things. Number one, it's amazing how much risk people are willing to tolerate for themselves and to put on to others, right? If I had syphilis, I'm not sure I'd ever have unprotected, no, I'm sure, I'm positive I would never have unprotected sex again. Let alone like, oh, I'm supposed to go for 10 days? Well, I'll give myself a 1-day buffer, and then on day 11, I'll go back to having unprotected sex. You've got syphilis, dude. I don't know. Give me a week buffer. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to go 10 days? Let's go crazy and go 17 days, right? And he's like, 11 days, we'll be fine. I find that unacceptable.
It is unacceptable, and I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. I think if you have a sexually transmitted disease that you cannot cure, you have the responsibility and obligation to let your partner know prior to having sex with them. But, you know, I was thinking about it. What about people who do have something like herpes and it's not active at the moment? Do you tell the person immediately, like, I have herpes? And then what does it do to
you?
your...
Well, we had this debate earlier.
We did.
And I said, like, I'm not ready to put a guy in jail who didn't say it. And you guys all jumped down my throat and called me the worst misogynist on earth.
That's why I started this by saying, that's why I started this by saying, no matter what, you have the obligation to let that person know immediately, right?
Okay.
But I can just imagine how it just destroys your sex life.
Of course, that's what I was saying. And look, and that argument was whether that guy should go to jail, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, in this case...
Well, that guy gave a woman herpes and didn't tell her about it and everything. Yeah, you should go to jail. I still agree with
so you're back on that. Okay. All right, and I'm not even sure where I come out on that. Like, I think that the point I was making is the one you just made, which is that, hey, listen, understand that it's a pretty difficult situation for a guy to just say, oh yeah, herpes, right here, right here, everybody, I got it.
It's equally difficult for women as well, by the way. It's not just a gun thing.
I'm sure, of course, right? So I'm just saying, like, just bounds of reason on how much we judge people. Like you expect everybody to do the exact right thing immediately, and that's not usually how human beings work. But in this case, I think it's outside the bounds of reason in a different direction, where this guy's like, all right, I'm supposed to take penicillin. I guess I took it for 10 days. Let me go back to having unprotected sex with multiple partners who then immediately turn around and have sex with other multiple partners. It's not like it's a random person either. They're in an industry that's geared around sex.
Right.
So it's incredibly irresponsible, and I have a theory on why he came out and claimed that he's the guy who started it. He wants to get famous.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting angle to this story, because there's no way in hell, first of all, I would never be in that position, right? But I would never come out and be like, hey, everyone, I'm the one who spread the disease. I shut down the porn industry for 10 days. That's horrible. But what
a horrible thing to shut down the porn industry for 10 days. No. You're a bad man.
But you shut it down because you gave a bunch of people diseases. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But we've kind of come to a point where we reward bad people. So he's like, yeah, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're talking about Mr. Marcus.
Yeah. Like everybody becomes a character, right? Whether it's a good character like Batman, it's a bad character like Riddler, whatever, right? So there's Octomom, and there's, and so he's Syphilis Cock.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's who he is, and he's now a character, and he'll probably be on a reality show.